Welcome to the third week of 2024, a time when the year is settling into its own rhythm and our intentions are finding sturdy ground. I do hope this message finds you in great spirits, ready to embrace the unique energy that January the 15th through to the 21st holds for each and every one of us. As we navigate the currents of this week, it's a period of consolidation, a time to anchor our aspirations, refine our plans. Whether you're diligently working towards your goals, or maybe it's a New Year's resolution, are finding solace in the beauty of winter's calm, know that the universe is conspiring to support your undertakings. This week invites us to channel the disciplined energy of winter, like nature itself, taking a pause before a burst of spring. It's an opportune time for strategic moves, organized efforts, and grounding our ambitions in practical steps. I am thrilled to have you here, part of this cosmic journey. Together, let's dive into the cards of the week, uncovering insights and finding inspiration to make these mid-January days purposeful, meaningful, fulfilling. Now stay tuned as we unravel the cosmic threads from January the 15th through to the 21st through the tarot. Remember that this is for all zodiac signs, whether it be your sun, moon, or rising. And if you're unsure about what your moon or rising sign is, I've left a link to my free natal chart below so that you can gather that information for yourself. I'm excited to share insights, offer guidance, and be a part of your journey as we navigate the energies of this transformative week. Wishing you a week filled with intentional strides. Let's make it a purposeful week together. I'll see you there. Welcome, Leo. This is your weekly focus for January the 15th through to the 21st, 2024. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here. Absolutely. Let's dive right into the cards, shall we? Okay, our underlying energy for this week is the Eight of Cups. Okay, so this is about us wanting to go forward, wanting to experience new things, opportunities, adventures, new relationships. But we know that we have to leave some things that we love, that we enjoy in our life. We have to leave that in the yesterday. Or it doesn't necessarily mean it has to go completely, okay? But it does mean that we have to change our priority list of how we look at our life and what we put as our top priorities. Well, our top priorities are obviously switching to ourselves and what we need to do, what we need to step into, what we need to accomplish. So this could be things like you go to work every day and you spend like $15, $20 on lunch and another $5 or $10 on drinks. And now you're going to prepare it all at home so it only costs you $2 or $3 a day so that you can build your resources in a new way. Doesn't mean you can't ever go through the drive-thru again for any of these things or your favorite restaurant, but you are going to put yourself on a timeout for a certain amount of time. It could be that you're changing something in your life. You're taking a new path. Maybe it's a new job, so you're not going the same route anymore. You're opening up to new ways of doing, being, and how your day is put together. And so you may have liked sitting there with your morning coffee and reading the paper, but that's no longer a possibility because of X, Y, and Z. Or maybe you were spending your time, Netflix binging. And you were really enjoying getting into some of the series or maybe a couple of movies that you've missed in the past. But now you know that you need to turn off that TV, turn off that computer, turn off that phone, and get to work. Roll up your sleeves. And not have the luxury of sitting there for hours on end watching TV shows when you could be using your time more productively. Or maybe it's growing your vitality in some way. Maybe you like not really exercising, but we all know we need to exercise, but do we exercise? And you might be saying, okay, it's time. It's time to step into a world of physical fitness for myself. And so you've got to cut back on certain foods and show up at the gym once in a while, or be dedicated to that walk every day, or whatever it is that you're doing. But you're definitely, it's almost like there's this transformation, like this death or rebirth that needs to happen in your life, and you're willing to do that. You're willing to change things around for you to go forward. So maybe you're cutting things right out of your life. Absolutely. That could be with this card. It could also be that you are putting it, you could tell your friends, I'm going for this promotion right now, so I'm probably not going to be around for our weekly get-togethers for a short period of time. I'll miss you all, but this is why I won't be here for a while. So, it could be something like that. Something that you enjoy, something, you like getting together with them. It adds a certain flavor to your week overall. But you know that you have to be committed to something else right now in order to move yourself forward in the way you want. Our first card is, look at this, the King of Pentacles. I swear I just did this reading for somebody. Oh my gosh. As your first card, this is about creating the abundance in your life. Creating the wealth, creating the prosperity. Your crown is a living vine. So it's this king is really set on tradition and the tried and true, but I think you need to take the tried and true or traditional and put your own spin on it, your own flavor on it, and make it unique, make it yours in some way. Take ownership of it. But this is definitely a card that says, growing your abundance, growing your happiness, growing that nest egg, so to speak. The Two of Swords, there's some decisions that need to be made here. And maybe you already know what the answer is and you don't like it, so you're hoping that another answer will arrive. Pardon me. Because you know what you're being asked to do or let go of, and you don't want to. You don't, even though you know it's the right thing for yourself, you're looking for the option B because you don't really want to do that. You don't want to let go of something, or you don't want to step into something, but you know that you must in order to keep going forward. There's a lot of emotion around this too, so it could very well be that people won't agree with your choices. So you have to remember that you are the only one that is walking till the end of your path with you. Nobody else is guaranteed. So you have to make these choices for yourself. You have to make these decisions for yourself. So we could be looking at what has value in our life and what doesn't have value. We may be organizing our life in some new way, some new fashion. And the Two of Cups. New relationships, new partnerships, new best friends, new passions, dreams, desires, opportunities, adventures. Any one of those things could be on the board. We haven't gotten to all the cards yet. This is only really the third card here. Was that a star? No, that's an eagle by the looks of it. Looked like a star from my angle. So this is about coming together, making that partnership, growing that relation, it could be reigniting the spark in a relationship. I'm sorry, I've been sick since New Year's Eve, and it is getting so much better. But still, I know it must be annoying for you to listen to me. I apologize. New partnerships, new paths to follow, new opportunities. Let's find out what our work and career, maybe we can get some more clarity on that. Work and career, the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles says you do not want to let go of something. It's almost like you know what you have, and it gives you stability, and So you don't want to move past it. You don't want to take the risk. You don't want to take the chance. You're fine where you are. Remember, when we start thinking we're fine where we are, we start to stagnate. Okay? We do not want to do that. In order to grow, we must diversify. We must step forward into the unknown sometimes. And we must let go of some things that we've held on to, perhaps all of our lives. Okay? We are so, we got a foot on each pentacle. We're hugging the other one. No one's going to take that one away from us. And we're afraid that if we allow the freedom in, that these things will have to disappear in our lives. But if we let go and just go with the flow, we turn around and we see this beautiful, big, huge pentacle set as the gate of our tomorrow. The angels are guarding it. The angels are waiting for you to appear. They've set the stage for you, so to speak. But it's up to you to actually step into it. So there actually could be something that that you can do. Maybe it's a new money stream. Maybe it's a promotion. Maybe it's a lateral move in the company. Maybe it's getting a new job. But for some reason, you're hesitant to go after it. Maybe it's your own self-belief. Maybe you don't feel you deserve it, or you're not prepared enough for it. You don't have enough education, whatever that might be. But this card is telling me that it's time for you to act upon it. This card is telling me it's time for you to take a risk on yourself. To just go with the flow and see what happens. To not try and box everything up, so to speak. It's got to be this cubicle and this cubicle and this cubicle, and if it doesn't fit, then it can't go in, and we don't want to empty out the cubicle and put new things in. And we really need to switch that mindset in some way, turn it around in some way. Okay, and take that risk on ourselves. I really do believe that this is take a risk on yourself when it comes to your job, your career, what you want to do. I'm just going to clear my throat here. I'm going to do it off camera to save you. Okay, my apologies. We're going to go to love and relationships, and we have the Two of Pentacles. Maybe you're trying to make that relationship special, or in some way you're trying to grow. You're trying to grow that relationship. And this is about just being present in the relationship is what you need to do. You just need to commit yourself to the relationship. Whether it's platonic or romantic, it could be your significant other that you're having doubts with, right? Making that commitment to that relationship. Or it could be a good friend, a best friend, maybe a coworker, somebody you hold dear to your heart. And this is about just being present in the relationship. Now, if you're dating, if you're out there and dating and whatnot, I think that you can become too picky, too choosy. I think that you need to experience a wider variety of people in your life. And that might open up some windows of opportunities. That might bring in some light where there has always been a shadow in your life. And it's being present. It's being present. Whatever that means for you. Maybe you have been concentrating on work and you really haven't been connected as much as you could be or should be. Or maybe you don't feel that connection, and so we have to open up the conversations and start talking about igniting that spark. But there's definitely a be present kind of energy. That doesn't really matter what you do. Everything is probably going to be right that you do. So stop overthinking it, overanalyzing it, and just be present and just be. And go with the flow. The Empress. The Empress is here for your spirituality. The Empress is, well, first of all, your intuition should be extremely high this week. Okay? If it doesn't feel right, chances are it's not right. You're also one of the highest diplomats in the deck, so you will handle yourself with this calmness, this well, a diplomacy, I guess. That's the easiest way to say it. You're diplomatic. So you're not going to go, off in left field somewhere. If you're conscious, if you really think about it, you know how to handle it by keeping your calm, by keeping your cool, by just presenting. So it could be in the job, it could be something disrupts you and bothers you in some way. You're not going to snap. You're not going to, you're very, and it's about being the diplomat and allowing yourself to walk in that kind of step this week. Not thinking you're above or below anybody, but rather you're even eye to eye with people. This is also about what you want to create, what you want to invent, what you want to give birth to. And so through meditation, through moments of silence, through, when you're doing that leisurely walk through the park or something, to turn your thoughts inwardly, have those conversations seemingly with yourself about where you want the growth in your life, where you want the new experiences, where you want the opportunities to come in. I see a lot of you letting go of the old and letting the new come in. Changing things up. And you could even be doing 180 in your life in a couple of places. Where you always did this before and now you're doing that. And so, give yourself some time to digest it. Give yourself some time of thought, of contemplation. Through meditation, through prayer. To understand what it is you truly want to give birth to and how you're going to give birth to. You could come up with something like, if I was going to do that, who I'd want my business partner to be? And it just, things will come to you like that. Okay, home, family, health, well-being, 3 of Pentacles. Well, it's about showing up every day. It's about doing the work that needs to be done. But there's also this kind of creative flair with this because we're holding the paintbrush. We're painting the doorway to our future, the path, the new beginning, where we want to go, what we want to do. So maybe you're thinking of moving. Maybe you're thinking of changing things in some way. I get this real change for you happening. And it doesn't matter if other people are looking in, if they're watching, if they're paying attention. It remains that the most important kind of gratification you get is showing up and being committed. And that's to home and family. So it could be your relationships within home and family, absolutely, that we're working with this week. But it's almost like you hold the paintbrush. Like you get to design the setting, the scenery, the reality of the situation. And you don't need any kind of validation. I think you're looking for some kind of validation, and you don't need that kind of validation in order to be strong in who you are. Within the home, within the family, within your own health and well-being, the way you take care of yourself. Okay, we'll get the Circle of Doors Tarot. Okay, our card is the 9 of Shells, arrival. You have arrived. The 9 of Shells. Yeah, the book could just pretty well just open to it. When you have won the great war, come home to the farm and the fields. We shall live forever in play and in song. Our children shall know only wonder and peace. All of your struggles are meant to deliver you towards a more beautiful life, so allow yourself to witness the glory that grows around your toil. You deserve to enjoy the fruits of your labor, for what tragedy it would be for you to always be to save them for later. This world is full of riches that yearn for our embrace, like the fruit that carries a seed, only fulfilling its purpose when its sweetness is grasped and devoured. Do not seek virtue through denial or deprivation. Embrace the comforts and pleasures by which life yearns to reward your efforts. Ask yourself, what does true satisfaction mean to you? What are the favorite indulgences you have? What do you want most to experience within the small, precious window of your lifetime? And your affirmations this week are, I give myself permission to enjoy what I've earned. I am worthy of the best this world has to offer. Life is meant to be savored in the moment. And happiness is my birthright. And now we are just going to go to the Power Thought cards with Louise Hay. I am at peace with my sexuality. I rejoice in my sexuality and in my own body. My body is perfect for me in this lifetime. I embrace myself with love and compassion. So maybe it is about growing your own self-love, knowing that you are deserving, knowing that you are worthy, and stepping into new beginnings, new start. And I really get this by changing. You're changing something. You're doing maybe some drastic changes in your life right now. And I think you'll be very glad that you did in the long run. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.